So let me go back to some point. It's always been like you could say, I don't want people below, below a certain age, for example. And even in my property, I could say, I don't want people under 12 because the property is by a cliff and I don't want kids to fall, right? And it's kind of looks like, and even during COVID, Airbnb had like even its own policies preventing people under, I don't know, 21, 25. Francois, I'm not even sure you could book.
I couldn't go. Yeah, I couldn't book half the Airbnbs that were out there. It was annoying.
Exactly.
It's so annoying. And you know what? Fake IDs work on the validation of Airbnb profile. I'm
Hey,
just saying that. I'm
let's
not
be
Absolutely
saying
careful.
do.
Let's be
so.
careful. So, but I went to say, so we could, Airbnb did discriminate based on age, but now the age discrimination policy of Airbnb has changed and kind of looks like you can't refuse anybody based on age provided they 18 plus. So, true, not true. How do you get around this, Heather?
Yeah, so this was an interesting one to me, especially because I kind of discovered it by accident. And I know that there are lots of people out there that kind of knew when this came out, but for me, it was more of like an accidental discovery. And I thought one of the things that I want to bring up about this that I think is going to that will parlay into our next topic as well, as far as like educating yourself, was this piece that I'm in a vacation rental roundtable, and as I presented this to the people in my roundtable, they're like, "What do you mean? Where did you find this information? How are you getting this information?" And so it goes back to that education piece. But here's how I look at this is, number one, we're in a luxury vacation rental market. Like, these homes are $5 million plus. We don't need a group of 18-year-olds coming in here and having a party and causing all kinds of damage to a multi-million dollar home, right? And let's be honest, even if your home is $100,000, you also don't want a group of 18-year-olds coming in and ruining your home. That's what it boils down to. And this home belongs to the homeowner, and they should have the ability to say, I don't want this. I don't want this to happen. So the current rule that is in place, if you read it carefully about the age discrimination, is what they've written into this rule in the policy on Airbnb is that unless you have documentation from local authorities, like your municipality, that says, hey, vacation rentals in this city do not allow anyone under whatever age, or you have documentation from an HOA where that property sits that also says something similar, we do not allow people to book under a certain age, then you have the right to discriminate against age if you have those two pieces of documentation in place. Well, for
What
me,
about insurance?
I'm sorry,
What about insurance?
that is
Because I
where I
know
was
you.
going to get to.
Oh,
So
sorry,
for
sorry, sorry, sorry,
me,
sorry.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's exactly where I was going. So for me, my solution was, obviously I talked to all the people about HOA, all my properties that are in HOAs. Hey, maybe we should make this rule. And they're all like, oh yeah, we didn't know about this. Maybe we should. But then I have some properties that are not in an HOA, and Park City as a municipality doesn't have any rules. So I'm like, great, now I'm stuck. How do I fix this problem? Again, you put in the solution hat on, you're trying to figure out what to do. I went directly to the insurance piece. Again, I have the right to insure my property. And if my insurance company requires that the age of the booker, now obviously we get into the weeds here of like, well, everybody else could be 18 and the person that's booking is 25, right? You get into the weeds there a little bit. But if the person who is booking is 25 or older, and that's what my insurance requires, then I have the right to discriminate against on age, if that makes sense. And I hate to even use the word discriminate, but I have the
Yeah.
right to require that the booker be 25
It is
or
actually the page name on Airbnb, discrimination
yeah,
based on age. So these are the
yeah.
right words.